Hey everyone, JCS StarCraft here, bringing you round 2 of the semifinals between Tarson and Idra of the IEM Season 5 Championships, the Season 5 Cup Championships, and action getting started here on Metalopolis. Tarson spawning at the 12 o'clock position, I'm sorry, I misclicked. Tarson spawning at the 9 o'clock position as the Blue Terran, and Idra playing under the name MYM Sunny spawning at the 12 o'clock position as the Red Zerg. Right now, Idra is up 1-0 in the series. Tarson in the last game opted for a Mass Reaper strategy to try to contain his opponent, but Idra went with the early speedlings and was able to hold on to his expansion and just kind of push ahead as he started macroing up and made a great timing attack against his opponent. Got his roaches into the base before Tarson was able to make that transition over to the Marauders. So great job by Idra in game 1. He's really playing at the top of his game right now. Looking at his previous matches, he swept his group stage and is just really kind of dominating right now. So he's looking very strong in the semifinals. Tarson, of course, a very strong Brood War player and has been very, very successful in StarCraft 2, especially during the beta stages. He has also been on a tear lately as well, winning a whole bunch of Go Cups and placing, I think, second in one of the more recent Craft Cups. So has really been honing his skills in for this tournament. Right now, not going to be going for that. Looks like he's not going to, just going to go for a standard 12 racks, 13 refinery. In the last game, he went for that early refinery so he could get the Reapers with Nitro packs as soon as possible. And right now, it looks like, yes, Idra is going to be going for the extractor pull at the same time. So opting for those speedlings, he has great micro control, can really get the surround on units with a bunch of speedlings in the beginning. And Idra just playing very, very well, both micro and macro at this point, which is a very dangerous combination to play an Idra that's able to do such a good job with his micro, because he is the king of macro. And out comes the first Marine for Tarson, going to be changing his strategy a little bit here on game 2 after his game 1 strategy kind of failed pretty miserably, unfortunately. So spawning pool now just finishing for Idra. Tarson going to be spotting that, knows that speedlings is on the way. We'll see once this gets to 100. Is Idra going to pull off all his drones from the gas? So speed about to be researched, I think, as soon as Idra realizes that he has 100. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just going to save up. Although there is only one drone left here to mine this. He pulled off everything else. And right now taking that second extractor again from Tarson. Tarson going to be going with the 1-1-1 strategy right now, using the factory and the racks to kind of choke these off. So going to be going Terran Tech. And Idra, I think right now, maybe because he scouted that, decided he's not going to be researching speed and going to be changing up his strategy right now since his opponent is doing something different from the last game. So Idra not going to have to worry about those Mass Reapers to begin with. Going to try to poke at the front door a little bit. Took out one of the scouting SCVs for Tarson, and Tarson now pumping out that early Hellion, going to try to get that harass in as soon as possible. Looking at the unit count right now on the field, and speed, yes, is finally being researched by Idra, who I think was just kind of working on his macro at that point. Not entirely sure what strategy he's going to go with at this point. Might go Mutiling, throwing down the Spine Crawler here. Needs to use these Spine Crawlers to hold off any sort of early harassment from this Hellion, although it might not pop up in time. So the Hellion going to run into the base. Queen is in a decent position right now, trying to hold off that Hellion from running in. The second Queen is going to try to block this ramp off. He really doesn't want this Hellion running into his base. The Marines now pushing in, and this could be very dangerous for Idra at this point. Lone SCV right here, trying to absorb some damage in the front lines. Spinecrawler is slowly walking down the ramp. It's going to take a while to pump in, and this Queen might go down if Idra can't run it away in time. Queen does fall for Idra, and the second Queen falls for Idra. This is not looking good at all. Tarson with a very, very good timing attack here. Idra has to pull off some drones to do some attacking right now. Spinecrawler goes down, and this might be a game for Idra pretty soon. He's losing some has lost 2 Queens at this point. The Lynx finally have the speed upgrade, so getting that speed upgrade late was unfortunately just not a great move for Idra. I think he felt a little bit secure with his opponent, but now that the speed's upgrade, trying to get that surround on the Hellion. The Hellion doesn't even want to fire at this point, and finally getting pinned in the corner. Doesn't get surrounded as badly as it would have, but now Tarson going to be pumping up more Hellions. Already has a Banshee on the way, and because those queens went down for Idra, it's just going to be that much more difficult to hold off the Banshee attack that's going to be incoming pretty soon. So great job by Tarson with a very good early timing push on his behalf, and unfortunately Idra was just caught off guard there. His Spine Crawler was not finished. He took his time to research the speed upgrade for the Lings and just didn't have it in time. The Marines that came out, and here come, this is very bad news for Idra. He really needs more queens to help hold this off. The single queen should be enough, but he only has one queen out on the field. He has connected his natural and his main, and here comes that Banshee right now, moving its way across the field, going to be doing a significant amount of damage. The queen's going to have to try to run between both bases, but if a second Banshee comes out, and it looks like, yeah, a second Banshee will come out with Cloak soon, this is not good for Idra at all. Going to be losing a whole bunch of drones right now. When is that Cloak going to be finished? Probably pretty soon, I assume. And looking at the income tab, Tarson is ahead with the number of Harvesters. Idra had to sacrifice several of his drones to try to defend his base, and look at all the Hellions coming out right now. A second Banshee coming out. The queen, I think the second queen is out for Idra at this point. And Tarson gonna be tactically retreating. I think wants to focus on maybe taking his expansion as well, moving out, and Idra gonna be throwing down a Hydralisk Den to try to make his transition over to the mid game, defend against those Banshees in the air. And still, it looks like, Idra right now recovered very well at this point, but Tarson, I think, slowly going to just start outmassing. He is out macroing. His economy is better and will improve as soon as this command center lands, so making his transfer over with his SCVs, and the lone scouting Zerg Ling gonna die. Sad little Ling. But Idra does see what's going on, and Tarson gonna go ahead and push in. Doesn't want to give his opponent too much time to recover, and running in with the Hellions, who are going to just burn up the Lings if they are caught out of position. The first Hydralisk is going down, is coming out, and here come the cloaked Banshees. Where is the Overseer for Idra? That queen going to fall extremely fast to two Banshees, and Idra, GG's, did not have an Overseer, lost his third queen already. So great game by Tarson here, taking game 2, evening out the series 1-1. This has been JCS StarCraft. I'm going to go on to Shoutcast game 3, and I'm signing off.